It just won't stop raining. Oh my god, I'm absolutely sick of it. In saying that, it's actually died down a little bit at the minute. Of course it has. What is it now? I don't even care anymore. Day number 6. I've had enough. I want to be real with you. I've had enough. Rubbish sleep last night. Raining all night, goes without saying. Oh, what else? Oh, the airbed's popped, punctured. It's got a nice little slow puncture, which means, you know, I blow it up at night, get a couple of hours kip, and then wake up in the middle of the morning on the floor. I've got to pump it up again. So that's good. That's a good crack. Just had enough, honestly. Can't even be bothered thinking about photography. Just want to be dry. We had that little stint of sunshine yesterday when I was with Dave, and it was just incredible. It was so good for the morale, and today I woke up and it's raining again. I don't know what to say. It's forecast to clear up a little bit today, but it always seems to be a forecast to clear up a little bit and then never really does, except from yesterday. So I'm feeling pretty negative, feeling a bit down, but you know, I guess this is just another challenge that the West Highland Way is throwing at me. Like I mentioned, this should be the most scenic, the most beautiful section of the West Highland Way, so I'd like to think I'd get the old camera out at some stage. So I've got about a 14-mile hike, I think today, 14 or 15, to a largish town called Kinlochleven, which is just to the east of Loch Leven, believe it or not. So that'll be nice, campsite there, probably get something to eat, definitely get something to eat. And today I will also be traversing the infamous Devil's Staircase. Let's reluctantly crack on. Jesus Christ. Alright guys, so I'm having to act pretty quickly here, so bear with me, but still raining, obviously you can probably see that, but you can see a beautiful rainbow behind me, and actually probably not quite now. I must admit I've already got the shot. I was very, very quick and quite lucky. Just behind that rainbow is a really large mountain called Buckiel Etive Moor. It's a very, very famous peak here in Scotland, probably one of the most photographed mountains, if not the most. And down there, right down there, is the Glencoe Ski Centre, and I'm just going to grab a shot of that rainbow as well. It's beautiful. And yeah, down there there's lots of sort of streams and mini waterfalls and stuff like that, and there's a lot of really popular photographs where they use the streams and the waterfalls as foreground, and it looks quality. And frankly, I wanted to try and get a similar shot like that, but what I've got basically, you can't see it as much now, which is quite frustrating. I'll show you a bit of B-roll, but we had the rainbow kind of sitting just in front of Buckiel Etive Moor. We had some really, really nice light, and I've shot quite wide as to include the West Highland Way, and the photograph is a bit of a leading line, so that's really nice. Got a little bit of heather dotted about as well, and in all honesty, it's actually a really nice sort of September shot for here in Scotland. You know, it's the transition month from summer to autumn, and you know, you've seen what the weather's been like, so I think I'm really happy with that photograph because it's captured this weather that has frustrated me so much, but I've managed to capture that in a photograph, I feel, and actually capture the emotion of it, which is always the sort of one of the main goals as a landscape photographer, so I'm delighted there. I'll show you that shot now. I might even show you that one I just got of the rainbow because it looks pretty cool. And then I can see the Devil's Staircase from here. It looks pretty ominous, pretty imposing and just scary, to be honest, so let's crack on. I hope you like the shot, guys. Alright, so I had a little stop about half an hour ago. Sausage and beans and a little bar and a can of Coke. Proper sorted me out, so I'm feeling much better about it all now. And this is probably the section I was most excited to be amongst. Buchiel Etivmore behind me. This area here where I was earlier, next to the ski centre where I took my photograph. Absolutely glorious. So I'd say I'm a couple of kilometres from the old Devil's Staircase. Not looking forward to that. But for now I'm just going to crack on up this path here and just enjoy these absolutely sensational views of the wonderful Scottish Highlands. So there we go. Ooh, that is the infamous Devil's Staircase traversed, and honestly it really wasn't that bad. I actually quite enjoyed it. The sun came out, obviously the higher we got the views got better, and it wasn't really a staircase as such, it was more a sort of zigzag across the landscape as you ascended. So yeah, if anything it just made the ascent easier, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. At this stage I prefer going uphill because of this shin sort of injury thing that I mentioned a couple of days ago, which isn't as bad as it was, but for me to put my foot down on a sort of 45-degree angle hurts, whereas going uphill, obviously your foot's more sort of going up toward a 45-degree angle. So actually now I've got to go pretty much down on the same sort of elevation, so that's going to probably be a bit more difficult. But yeah, this is the highest point of the West Highland Way. There goes my bag's rain cover, I'll get there in a minute. Official highest point of the West Highland Way, which feels wonderful. And now I've just got to get down to Kinloch 11, so I probably won't do any filming until then because I'm quite tired, but I shall see you in the village. It's quite a big village. I think it's got a shop, a couple of campsites, so I'm going to camp there tonight. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling and I'll see you down in Kinloch 11. Hey guys, it's the following morning after Kinloch 11, which is kind of down there. I didn't really show you anything of that. We're on the final straight now really. Got some friends here, got some company, and I'm not going to be doing any photography today because it's nailing it down. I'm shattered. I just want the final straight to be the final straight, so look, I'll see you in Fort William. So the final stint of the West Highland Way was probably one of the most difficult, and the rain continued, of course, but as we neared Ben Nevis, the weather coincidentally cleared up nicely and we had one more camp before the final straight the following morning. And that was it. That was the end of the incredible West Highland Way. What a journey, and like I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, one of the best weeks of my entire life. Thank you guys so much for following along this incredible journey, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week. Out.